Hello. Welcome. Tuesday. Tim and Joel calling it in the ring. The ring, which is a square, not a circle or a hoop. They wrestle in it. We talk about the people who go inside there. Tuesday.
Do you want to give them the time maybe while you're at it?
Nope. Doesn't matter.
Were you hypnotized? Is that what we're doing?
I feel a little foggy.
You've been watching too much Raw, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what to do, friends. First of all, welcome. You know who we are. Tim told you who we do and who we are.
Who we do.
Who we do. Anyway, like the video, tap that subscribe button. Get your bell, get your notifications. You know how to do it. Come on. We're all over the place, just like I am right now in my brain. I had a wonderful dinner, so let's talk about Raw, shall we?
Yep, let's go.
All right. You were hypnotized, and so was Reggie.
Yeah, it was going to be Reggie all along. This was a masterfully crafted, very long-term piece of storytelling. We all thought Alexa was going to end up with some sort of human tag partner who's going to stand in for Lily. It was going to be Reggie. That's why Reggie's here. It was going to be him this entire time. Reggie's the new Lily.
If you think about it, it's perfect because Reggie was a rag doll. Lily is a rag doll. Reggie ragdolled for all of his opponents.
He does ragdoll. Yes, he does ragdoll.
It's perfect. And somewhere you've got Bruce Pritchard being like, that's what it is. I told you. I was like 2025. It's Conrad being like, chat me up. What was Reginald supposed to be Lily for? Is it because he's a rag doll? And then Bruce is going to be like, you got it.
Yeah, that was it.
That was the reason. And we're going to sit there being like, what's the deal with the orange teen? Anyway, I butchered the Seinfeld joke.
Yep.
Anyway.
Not even a hard one to butcher.
Yeah, really. Ovaltine is the joke. My bad, friends. All right. So Lily's on hold.
Yeah.
In the meantime.
Timeout.
Yes. Now, is Lily on? People were sitting on the internet and saying that Lily's on hold for good and saying, oh, she'll be gone forever. And I'm sitting there being like, I don't think you really listen that well, do you? I thought she'd be back by end of the night.
Yeah, same. I didn't. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know. It seemed she was really weird with her hand after their interaction. Alexa was, and so like I don't know. Maybe she stole his soul. Maybe it's a body swap thing. Huh? A little Freaky Friday. Reggie's gonna be Lily. Lily's gonna be Reggie. She got tired of being, not real. They're gonna do some bad voiceover work. Can't wait.
Do you think they start putting teeth in Reggie's hair to signify that he's Lily?
That might inhibit his ability to flip. Get those like jagged teeth chunks flipping around.
He's so aerodynamic, just like Otis became this week.
So smooth.
So on Raw, they ended up doing Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax, and we did it. I mean, so I do this 3 strikes gimmick on Twitter now, where I'm just like, if they do any of these 3 outlandish things that are totally possible, if they do any of these things, I'm done. I'm no longer talking about Raw. This week, they got up to what I call 1.5.
Okay, we're getting closer. Last week, it was like 0.
Yes. The most they've done is like 1. So 1.5 now is the new record. So they let Lexi and Nia Jax make sense. I was under the impression that my strike was if they bring Shayna back this week and nothing happened. She's completely okay.
Yeah.
They just say like nothing is just regular old Shayna, maybe with a twitch. No, but this week they wrote her off TV for the week. They said, she's at home, she's freaked out, whatever it was. Nia Jax replaced Shayna and took on Alexa Bliss. Fine. It was fine. It's fine. Is it fine?
Did they have a match Sunday at Hell in a Cell? Alexa
Shayna? Bliss and Shayna Baszler have a match at Hell in a Cell. Yes.
Yeah, that happened, and I was like, oh, okay.
They announced it on Monday, so this is brand new for that.
They announced it like at least in the show with the weird playground segment. And I was like, oh,
yes,
okay. She'll see you Sunday.
You're sitting there, just like, we're doing what now?
What's happening? What? So she's not dead, Roger.
They made it a match because it's not. They didn't call it like Shayna comes to the playground or Shayna showdown with
some dumb
Alexa
segment.
Bliss. They called it versus, so it's match. Sure, whatever. I'm sure it'll be full of all of the. They're trying to get all the black magic out now because once they hit the road in July, they can't do it at least in front of the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Alexa should win by roll up because Shayna is she is most immune. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, silver lining. Alexa's movement in the ring, pretty good, pretty cool, pretty creepy.
Yeah. And you know what? I like that she's committed to that character. I like that she's at least trying to do the things that make her character stand out. Mm-hmm. Do I think it's going to go anywhere? Not really, but at the same time, I give nothing to creative at this point. I'm just like, I want to see what the wrestlers do themselves on a creative basis.
Yeah, it's a shame. You can't really rely on the story at all because, like, all of Bray... man, you know what? Fiend sucked. Entrance is dope. Whole thing sucked. Never turned into anything. In-ring was never any good. Like, just was bad. Just a bad time. Hope it doesn't come back.
Yeah, and if he does come back, we need to no longer discuss him in a championship picture.
Yep.
It needs to be, a much more... focused Fiend, whatever it's going to be. Something needs to happen where it's not just creative has the plan, because creative never has a plan.
No, yeah, like I mean, if all they're expected to do is come up with concepts, then clearly they can't be trusted with anything even halfway good. Because it's a good idea. No, there were two things that came out of Bray Wyatt's idea that were good. One, Firefly Funhouse. I think that was a really clever idea. Having this twisted Mr. Rogers type, great like gimmick concept, but then it just did, and the entrance, as I said before. But
I wish I had the power right now to go outside and tell whoever is running that drill at like 1,000,000 RPM to shut up.
It is very loud, which is
loud as hell.
You might have noticed me rambling mid-sentence because I was very thrown. I was like, that is an audible screech.
It was very loud, and I'm sorry for anyone that just lost their ears from me yelling at them. Let me tell you who lost last night was Naomi.
Oh, she sure did. It'll be good when they get some local enhancement talent back.
So Eva Marie debuts, and it's exactly as we said. It's Piper Niven, or maybe that's not really her name.
What?
So the talk of the town was, thanks to Fightful, the idea for a name for Piper Niven is Dewdrop.
No.
Yeah.
No, Dewdrop?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Pokemon.
No, someone else mentioned that today. That's good. I'm glad you're not the first one there. That's really good.
What the? I haven't looked at anything. I've been off. I uninstalled Twitter again. Dewdrop?
Dewdrop is the idea. Now, here's the silver lining is, oh my God, they're doing it again. The silver lining is that all of the handles have not changed. Everything that's been put on social since then have been very much like Piper Niven driven. So they haven't changed anything yet.
I mean, who knows? I wouldn't put it past them at this point. T-Bar. Slapjack.
T-Bar actually tweeted out just before Niven debuted. He said it should be D-Drop, and then he deleted it because he saw the select report. And he deleted the tweet. It was very funny.
That is very funny. Yeah, that's not a great name, but I mean, it is kind of funny. So I have no real... This is a comedy bit they're going to do, so I'm fine with it, ultimately, if they do choose that.
You know what? I didn't like that it was Naomi getting squashed.
No, it was... What was she being punished for? Being popular?
But here's the thing. I saw the social engagement flowing. I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And the WWE social media strategy is literally a big sign on the wall that says for better or worse. And they really work on the latter half of that statement.
It's definitely the all press is good press methodology, right? So, and it works. There's no denying it. Especially with social media. Like, hate, if anything, is more potent, sadly.
And WWE, I mean, when they posted it, within 45 minutes, I saw it quote tweet alone, not talking retweets, just quote tweets were over 200 in 45 minutes. Yeah, it blew up. it got exponentially bigger. And then Naomi lost, and I put my own quote tweet in when I said, the way it should work is Eva Marie loses the match. Piper Niven immediately beats the shit out of Naomi. And that's how you debut her. Instead, they ended up doing it as Niven comes down the ramp. The referee's confused, still starts the match. Niven wins. And next thing you know, you've got this like, she's my best friend. And Eva's like, I don't know about that. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, I like the angle. I think it's a good gimmick. I think they can do good stuff with this. They just got to do it right. Eva Marie still has the charisma of a wet paper towel, but anyway.
I have high hopes for this. I have low expectations in reality for this.
Best way to go about it.
Yes, we've talked about that one for sure. The idea here being that Eva Marie is mentoring her, not managing her, but she is her, Piper is her protege. She's going to show her the ways of popularity, when in reality, people have already thrown this at everyone's face. Piper Niven won so many championships. She's had amazing 5-star matches and blah, blah, blah. So I'll fire back. Eva Marie was on the main roster in WWE for many, many years. Therefore, she is, well, not many years, long enough that she was known to people. Piper Niven, I think she's a wonderful performer. I think she has all the opportunities presented to her. She's not known. The general audience does not know who she is.
It's a fiction show. It's fake. She's not the same person as Piper Niven when she's being introduced with Eva Marie. This is a different character.
Now that's the other side of it. If they decide to call her Piper Niven, then they've got to retcon some of their decisions from this past week.
Which I think is a bad idea. Give her a different name.
Well, they got to do better than Dewdrop. I'll tell you that much.
They could call her Dewdrop. I don't give a crap.
There was a name that was trademarked earlier today that I noticed that I don't know if I don't think it's hers, but if it is, it sounds like Chasey Lane, like it was like JC Jane or something. Yeah, I don't know if that's for her. I think it's for someone else.
It's marginally better if it is.
I don't need to call out the obvious. I saw the engagement with the fat shaming, and that's not cool. We don't need to go any further than that.
Not surprising.
I'm not surprised. I'm just really, really disappointed because wrestling fans, some of us,
You're garbage. Y'all garbage.
Now, before we move on, I do want to mention this because I think it's actually really, really interesting. I was thinking about SmackDown this past week where we saw Otis come back clean shaven, and he's basically Gable's mentee / big man. Mm-hmm. We're doing the same thing almost over here in a little twisted way with Eva Marie being the mentor for Piper Niven, who is a more dominant, she's a larger woman.
Yeah.
So is it really mirroring? Because if it is, I'm scared, because if they turn the Eva Marie story into oh my God, you're disgusting and large, which is disgusting, and I don't want that. If they turn that into the story, then they better mirror it, and they better have Gable do the exact same thing to Otis.
Yeah. They're not going to, but I don't think it's going that way anyway. I think it's pretty clear that it's going to go the way that you've been suggesting with the Money in the Bank. That really, they seem to cement that when Eva Marie was announced as the winner rather than like whoever the competitor was. Like, they're just like, oh, okay.
When I saw Eva Marie take the microphone, and we talked about this on our show as well, like before this all started last night, when she took the mic and said, "Your winner, Eva Marie," I was like, oh, she's going to claim credit for everything.
Yeah, and this person is just going to be so like bug-eyed in love with Eva and admiring her that she's cool with it, right? Like, it's an abusive, weird relationship, but it could be fun. Could be a fun thing to watch.
If you didn't see it on Twitter, I said you can go to Money in the Bank. Piper wins the briefcase. Eva Marie says, "It's our briefcase." And she's the one who cashes it in. And Eva Marie wins the Raw Women's Championship. You get the jealousy. You get the Piper waking up. And then Piper wins the title. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Why not? It'd be a nice way to go.
I think it's good. I think it's a great idea.
It's a nice awareness match.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's talk about Randy taking on the New Day, because I don't think there was a fourth man in that match. It's a great match. Good way to end hour one.
Yeah, it was good. There a lot of in-ring action, period, this week. Just a lot of it. Very
There
in ring.
was.
Yeah.
So some of it was great, some of it not so great, but there was a good pace. There was a good show. It was one of the better Raws that I've watched in the last few months.
Yep. Some fresh stuff. I'm titillated by this MVP Kofi stuff. Don't know where it's going. Might go nowhere. It's interesting. I don't know where they're taking it. I feel good about it.
Randy getting the win as expected.
Yeah.
You know, all three competitors really look good. And you know what I'm looking forward to? Looking forward to Randy Orton winning the Raw tag team titles. Congratulations.
Yeah, that'll be fun. They'll get there eventually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He'll do it all by himself. Elias.
And then they'll break up, and then you'll have a Randy Orton versus Riddle.
I don't know who you're talking about. Elias takes on. Oh God, we're doing it again.
Wait, you can't hide this one. It's just him and one other guy. He ain't fighting his shadow.
They did it again.
Yeah, they did it again.
They did it again. I really hope that we're not building to Riker taking the U.S. title from Sheamus.
Ew, no, please no. Oh God, no.
And the reason I'm now believing that they could go down that path is because, and we'll get to who wasn't on the show last night, one of whom was Damian Priest, which I've said a million times, like they're not going to reintroduce him. They're going to a pay-per-view. They'll bring him back after the pay-per-view cycle, which is a dumb way to do it.
Yeah.
You can have him have a squash match or something, whatever. The point is, I was under the impression as Sheamus has a U.S. title match against Humberto Carrillo or Ricochet. Apparently none of them now for whatever reason, because they weren't on Raw last night either.
I know.
Again, we'll get back to that. I have a feeling Riker's going to be the guy because Damian Priest might win Money in the Bank instead.
Yeah, that's fair. That very well might happen. I mean, it's not fair. Riker shouldn't have anything. Man, what are they doing? It was quick, at least. It was very quick. I actually went to skip through most of the match, and when I had incremented it by 2 minutes, it was over. And I was like, oh, wait, what? And then I had to go back. So,
talking about the draft for a sec, I think Elias, it's funny, every year everyone's like, Elias is going to move over to SmackDown. No, the last thing SmackDown needs is Elias. Because it's a 3-hour show on Raw.
There's no time for Elias.
Elias is very much that time filler. Go and get heat from the crowd or do whatever the hell you need to do. It's very the character is very one-dimensional at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's a one-note joke. Like it's the same thing over and over again. He doesn't get to play his song. Like, yeah, I love it.
It's good.
Love it. Love him. He just got his place. It's just it doesn't fit in a tighter show.
However, you know who you can move over from SmackDown to Raw? Rick Boogs.
Yep.
Bring Boogs. There you go. I see it there. Elias and Boogs. I want to see Elias and Boogs work together at first. That's what I want. That would be
because Elias can't actually play solos, right?
That's right. Boogs will play the solos to the ones Elias can't play.
Yeah.
Perfect. Speaking of solos, go ahead and toss a like on this video. Do it by yourself. Do it with your friends too. Maybe toss it over to them. Let them watch us take a little gander at some pro wrestling on their ears, in their laneways. Maybe they're doing the socially distanced thing. Got a garage where they can, watch movies and stuff. Charlotte and Nikki Cross had a match.
Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. More feisty gnome action.
It was fine.
She's getting TV time.
I still don't like Nikki being very happy winning by tomfoolery.
Yep. She's low bar she set for herself, but it's fine. It's fine.
But we also had Rhea taking on Asuka. Rhea Ripley, of course, getting the win here, I think. I can't remember anymore.
Oh my God, I can't remember either. She definitely won. No, she did. She won. She won clean with the Riptide.
And then Charlotte came in and they had
that god-awful one-piece thing.
I didn't hate it.
It was so weird. It looked like someone had taken, like, I used fire overlays for like After Effects and stuff. It looked like someone took a screenshot of that and then just printed it onto some Lycra. It was weird.
She looked like the Load album.
Yeah. Anyway, and she's so lean now. It was like freaky. Just very tall and it's spooky. I don't know, spooked me out. That was a good match, actually. The Asuka Rhea one. I think it was one of their better ones because I have not been a huge fan of them working together. I haven't found them to have a ton of chemistry, and they've had a lot of matches now, but they finally put something together I enjoyed.
Yeah, and you know what? I was just happy that they didn't do the tit for tat losses, like someone gets distracted and then either a roll-up finish or something. They did it at the beginning where they had, Rhea come out at the beginning of the Charlotte and Nikki match, but that's not where we went, and I like that.
Yeah, I appreciated it too, because she won clean. She got the riptide and they protected it, and she was able to pin her.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and then Charlotte just got pissy and got a bloody nose, and now it's still Charlotte and
Was
Rhea
it just a bloody nose? It looked like there was a chunk taken out of a part of her cheek.
Oh, I missed that. I just saw the nostrils with blood.
Yeah. And then there was I don't know, it might have just been a chunk of blood, but it looked like something right there. But God, they fought for so long. Yeah. The comedy beat where she's just like, and then ran at them again. I was like, oh my God.
She also struck Adam Pearce again.
Yep.
Which
there's plenty elbows just right in the ribs.
Last time she did that, she was suspended indefinitely and then brought back the next week. But what are we doing? Why do we keep having her assault people who work backstage and then nothing happens? What? Because we can't. We're going to the pay-per-view. It's this Sunday. So they're not going to in the middle of the week be like, oh, by the way, because you did this, you're out of the match, and I'm replacing you with Nikki Cross. They're not going to insert Nikki into the match last second because it just feels dumb.
Yeah.
The whole thing was dumb with she beats Adam Pearce and then she's above the law like Danny is saying in our.
To be fair, they were very delicate elbows, like most elbows in WWE are. So,
who was throwing elbows in your house? And I was like, oh, those look awful.
Oh, okay.
Was it Pete Dunne? It was Pete Dunne on Karrion Kross.
He's honestly I like Pete Dunne. I really, oh man, some of his stuff I can't stand. I hate the finger snaps. Everyone who does it, it's so dumb.
We'll talk in your house in a little bit.
Yeah.
Not on Raw last night. So we talked about Sheamus. We talked about Ricochet. We talked about Humberto Carrillo. They were all not on the show.
Yeah.
No Mustafa Ali, no Mansoor, but WWE Digital did do something. They did post something. So, okay, fine. No Mason T-Bar, again.
Extinction.
T-Bar just with the fire tweets about Dewdrop. And no Damian Priest, as we discussed.
No, yeah, he's just gone. Miz still gets to come on the show.
I still love it. I'm sorry, the stupid slow-mo bits. They knew. Miz and Morrison, they knew it would be good comedy, and they are so right.
They're both so talented. That's why.
What did you think of that the Jeff Hardy, I'm going to retire if I lose this match randomly?
What? Did I miss? Sorry, was that with the stupid riddle segment? What?
No, so I guess you really fast forwarded through this.
I was skipping through some stuff and what?
Okay, so Cedric Alexander has a match against John Morrison. Oh, sorry, Jeff Hardy has a match against John Morrison.
Okay, yeah.
My bad.
I was like, I didn't watch that.
The beginning of the match, I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense because the dripstick into Jeff's eyes, not in anyway. So they did that and they do the match. Jeff Hardy gets the win, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. And then out comes Cedric Alexander and he starts cutting a promo and he just does his whole, I'm really angry and I'm going to yell because I'm really angry. And then Jeff Hardy says, well, how about this? If you beat me, I will retire. And they go to break and they come back and the match is going on. And Jeff Hardy gets the win. Sorry, John Morrison got the first one. Whatever.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, because I was like, I skipped over that entire match by accident.
No, it wasn't an accident. I can't blame you.
What the? So yeah, John Morrison got the first win, and I was going to question. I was like, what? So he did. Good. As it should be. That match sucked because Jeff Hardy should retire. Okay. Yeah, I'm over it. I'm tired of the people who are just like, they're done. I don't think Jeff Hardy's heart's in it. When he did the double leg drop on Morrison, it was the slowest thing I've ever seen him do. John Morrison was folded, heels over his head, dangling. Jeff Hardy just grabs one foot, grabs the other foot, and then just hops on him. And I was like, So I don't know, maybe Jeff's done with it. because it didn't feel like he really gave a shit when he was out there.
It was just a weird segment. I don't know what they were. It felt like a Vince McMahon turned around and was just like, let's do this because it'll get people talking about on the internet about this thing.
Where was Shelton?
Where was Shelton? That's another one. Why don't we do Shelton and Jeff against Cedric and another young guy?
We're not doing Shelton and Cedric on Sunday. I'm surprised by that.
That should have been in the cage, I'm telling you. By the way, if you didn't know, there's a pay-per-view on Sunday.
Weird.
So and this is how frustrating. I'm doing predictions with Sean Ross Sapp on the Fightful YouTube channel this week, apparently, all because I opened my stupid mouth yesterday during the Raw post show. He's like, buddy, I'm calling on you because no one else wants to. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
You will literally do the Charlie work of this business. So get into it.
Let's move on. Let's talk about Dynamite Preview. If you're missing us on SmackPack every Sunday at noon, currently basically for the month of June, we're covering AEW Dynamite because Dynamite's been on Friday nights.
Yep. When is this going back? What is going on? It's basketball, right? That's what's doing this? Okay.
June 30th is supposed to be the first Dynamite back to regular time, at least according to like AEW selling tickets to a Wednesday show. The next one is June 30th, where they're going to be like taping or doing something on a Wednesday. If not then it's that Road Rager show the following week, July 7th. That's Miami. So basically it's for the entire month. So for another 2 weeks at least, we're doing SmackPack. We'll have AEW talk then. But because we want to have something to talk about with AEW, we kind of pull up the preview. We talked about last week. They did Bucks and Cutler against Pac, Penta, and Kingston. This week on BTE, the Bucks took out Pac. So it's a 6-man tag. It's the Good Brothers and Matt Jackson taking on Eddie Kingston, Penta, and Kazarian, which I like.
Yeah, cool. Little mix up from the last week.
Let the Bullet Club Hunter get the pin. I wouldn't mind Kazarian getting the pin on Matt Jackson.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Because
then again, I guess he's a Bullet Club Hunter for all of them, so it's probably going to be Ken, or not Ken Anderson. It's probably going to be Carl Anderson.
Carl. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Matt makes sense still because like they're the tag team, right? And he's the one guy who doesn't have his tag team partner.
Right. Well, anyway, JR is going to interview Andrade, the face of the Latinos, as we spoke about on SmackPack. Again, Andrade is going to heel on JR for messing up his name the first week. He's going to knock the cowboy hat off his head. It's going to be a quick thing, and it's going to be very contentious.
Gold.
Wonderful. Darby and Sting teased their announcement last week, and of course we found out that it's Stay Home Sting.
Yeah, because Darby's got some real dark shit coming.
Will Sting stay at home because Darby's taking on Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky one-on-one solo? What do you think?
I think Darby's got someone else. He said he's not stupid. He's going to get some big giant person.
Lance Archer?
Braun Strowman. No. Yeah.
So I can't do that yet, bud.
Yeah, it's too soon. Yeah, I mean, it could be Lance. No, I don't know, but Lance is doing his own thing, being no nonsense Lance.
No nonsense Lance. Yeah, you know what? I could see it being him. I just like the idea of Darby being like, I could do this by myself, Dad. God, leave me alone.
Dad, stay home.
Why not? Is there? I don't know. If it's not Lance Archer, who else could it be?
I don't know. Someone on one of the shows I don't watch, probably. Like one of the many people on their staff who aren't currently doing anything. The Big Show.
Oh, no. Could you imagine? All of a sudden he just comes out. And
one like, legend to another.
Oh, no. Please, no. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Do you have any ideas, Big Ben?
No, I got nothing. I got nothing else. Cody made an announcement, and he introduced us to Brock.
Oh, Mini Arn, yeah.
Anderson, that's right. So Brock Anderson and Cody are going to team up this week to take on QT Marshall and Aaron Solo. That stupid strap match is so far away. And Rob Patel in the chat said, you want me to get you tickets for the South Beach strap match? Please don't.
Oh,
Please.
please
You've been
don't.
very good to us, but please don't threaten us with this time. What do you? Are we just counting down for Brock turning on Cody?
I hope so. I doubt it. I doubt that's ever going to happen, but I really hope that's where they're going.
It would be a very horseman thing to do.
It would be a horseman thing to do, which is
It's a
fine.
very Cody thing to do. QT and Aaron Solo can get the win if I'm lucky, but it's probably not. I assume Brock Anderson's going to pin Aaron Solo, and off we go.
Yeah, he's got to show that he's worth turning.
Cesar Bononi, one of the wingmen, takes on Orange Cassidy. Wingmen want to recruit Orange Cassidy, apparently.
They want to make him over. Then we'll see. Once they've done the makeover, if he's got the stuff, he can join the wingmen.
What kind of makeover would you give to Orange Cassidy?
Shirt. Sometimes.
He wears a shirt sometimes.
Yeah, but like a good shirt.
Like a button down?
Yeah, but pretty open. Similar to how the rest of them dress, but like pretty open, but not too open. Not like trashy open. Right now he wears like jeggings. So let's ditch the jeggings. Maybe put on some real jeans.
They're not that tight.
Yeah, but they have a waistband and
like those. Oh, that's true.
Ankle bands. They're like poofy jeggings.
They're like moto jeans.
Yeah, they're lame.
Yeah, well, he wrestles in them, so that works.
Well, yeah, they're good for that, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
What about the kicks? Would you change the shoes?
No, good shoes already.
Okay.
Yeah.
OC beats Cesar Bononi on Saturdays. What you think? Or Friday, I guess.
Yeah, could be a good match. I like Cesar.
Have the wingmen come in. They'll make it a 6-person tag, I think, eventually. They'll do Best Friends and Orange Cassidy taking on all members of the wingmen, I guess.
I'm glad to see the wingmen getting promoted. Petey's found a gimmick that's working.
Yes, and I'm enjoying all of the members. JD's really good.
Even Ryan Nemeth, not bad. He's got his thing on BTE, which I actually find kind of enjoyable. So
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Last week the Pinnacle spoke and the Inner Circle broke stuff. So this week it's an MMA cage fight, baby. Wardlow.
Oh, that's this week. Damn, that's
yes,
fast.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Jake
wow.
Hager and Wardlow, 1-on-1.
They're gonna lower it from. It's not an. It's just a cage match, right?
Buddy, nothing's been live the last week. Now it's 2 weeks.
Oh.
They're doing pre-tapes.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So Wardlow and Hager. Listen, it's a Bellator fighter and Wardlow. They're building Wardlow very strong. You don't watch Dark Elevation, do you?
No. When would I have the time for that?
Very good point. Very good point. They've been doing this thing with Wardlow where they're building him, and they had a match to open Elevation. So I watched it. Wardlow took on a guy, and the finish of the match was the guy was on the top rope, and he comes down and Wardlow just knees him in the face.
I saw this. Yeah, and it was very good. I saw that. I did see that because it was so good. It transcended being on Dark, and it showed up in my timeline.
Just KO'd, and I'm like, oh, that's good. I like that.
He just went limp. It's great stuff. Great stuff.
That guy should be signed to a contract immediately. That talent went down. He sold it like death and did a real good job. Here's the reality. Hager's the face. He's going to win this match because he's the MMA fighter. I hope Wardlow looks good.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Their last match was good.
Before we get to NXT talk, I'm being asked, how was the NWA today? It happened. Trevor Murdoch.
Wait, why do I know that name?
Because he wrestled in WWE for a hot minute. And now he just challenged Nick Aldis for the 10 pounds of gold. The last pay-per-view, the pay-per-view ending was awful. Yada, yada, yada. They brought out Murdoch. Murdoch cuts a promo where he's like, I'm mad. I'm really mad. And then I went home and I was still mad. And then I spoke to my wife. And my wife made me less mad. And I'm like, okay, so Buddy listens to his wife. That's great. By the way, he sounds like John Goodman the entire time. And he looks like John
Yeah,
Goodman.
he. I remember Trevor Murdoch. Now I looked him up. Oh my god.
I'm sitting there and I'm watching and I'd be like, and I'm making dinner, so at least I'm like doing a couple things at the same time while I'm not dealing with it, listening to the show, and I'm just like, what is this? And it almost sounds like he's saying, me and my wife can kick your and your wife's ass. But he didn't say it because his wife's not a wrestler.
Oh,
But he
good.
definitely brings up Mickey and he definitely brings up Nick. And it sounds like they're going to have another match.
Oh man.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was Murdoch and Cade. That was the thing.
It was a show that Colby Carino, Steve Carino's kid, Steve Carino from ECW, and also works for WWE. He was a Ring of Honor for a while. So Steve Carino's kid, Colby, who was on 205 Live like months ago, is apparently now in the NWA, which I was like, what the fuck is going on? And so he just showed up as well. And he says, that's another thing that's happening. And other than that, JTG won a match. That was nice. So there's that.
Oh, that's nice. That is good.
Ron's asking, is it John Goodman from Roseanne or John Goodman 150 pounds lighter? It's like a mix of both. Cause like, it's John Goodman's voice when he was doing Roseanne, but 150 pounds lighter from when he was doing Roseanne. That's what I think.
Makes
Fred
sense. Yeah.
Flintstone, Sean Goodman, Yabba Dabba, Jesus Christ. Thank you for asking. Let's talk about the NWA again until the women's match, the women's pay-per-view. That'll be good. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
NXT in your house. Let's start off right away. Karrion Kross retains the NXT title. Not shocked at all. It was exactly the match that I expected it to be. It was the King Kong approach of a five-way where you had Big Man Kross, who's not that big, taking all four Nats and swatting at them, and the Nats get away and they fight, and then he comes back and everyone hits the finishers and everyone hits the things, and then Kross retains the title.
The Nats had a really good match.
They really did.
The four of them were awesome.
It's exactly what you expected. If you came in expecting Kross to like dominate and be a big thing, it wasn't going to happen.
It was fine. I don't care. The match itself was good. Not because of Kross. Not because of Kross.
You don't care.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing what they can with him. I don't know. I don't know what you do. It's a tall order. That entrance is fire. Wish it was on someone who was better in the ring.
And that's where you fast forward 5 years where Bruce Pritchard said, and then the bell rang. So there you go. The Kross is not a great wrestler for NXT.
I just don't think he's a great wrestler. Like, he's not a bad wrestler. He's just kind of, I don't know, man. Like, Steve Austin was, yeah, people ripped on me last time I brought this up, but I compare him to Stone Cold because, like, I don't know, what made Stone Cold was his capability on the mic and the stories that he could tell in the ring, not his actual wrestling, because I think that the brawler wrestler is it's not that good. Like, you're not actually punching people unless you're JBL or the Blue Meanie, but like, that's not what's making it. And like, Kross just does not have the ability to tell a story in the ring the same way, and he definitely doesn't have the mic skills. So
I don't disagree with your point. I think a lot of people romanticize Austin as a great wrestler when you're right. He wasn't.
He wasn't. Like, he was.
Steve Austin was.
Yeah. But way back. Like,
yeah.
Once before the knee stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Before the broken neck stuff.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly took the L, but I really think that by SummerSlam TakeOver he will get the W, and he will win.
It's a good redemption story, getting his ass choked like that. Like,
yeah. They announced that the next TakeOver is going to be on TV. It's going to be July 7th. It's going to be the Great American Bash. I think honestly it's going to be Gargano and Kross for that match, and Kross will retain, and then we'll get Kyle O'Reilly getting the number one contendership sometime, and then winning that title at SummerSlam TakeOver.
Yeah, like, I think he's going to get there, and I think this is a better way to get them there, because if he were to win on Sunday, I don't think it wouldn't pay off as well.
No, and you know, we talked about on the watch along on Fightful, the crowd was really, really, really dead.
Yeah, they seemed
a little bit wide.
Tuckered.
They were, and that's because apparently the transportation was late. The CDC tents that they were setting up, those were late, and they started entering people late. There was no food at the CWC. It was a long ass day and night because you had to go. Basically, you had to park at Full Sail, wait for a bus to come and pick you up. The bus takes you from Full Sail over to the WWE Performance Center, the CWC. And then they had them waiting on the bus to get into the show. And then they basically had you wait a lot. And then it was raining. And then there was no food. They were tired by the end of it. And I'm not making excuses, but they were real cranky by the end of it.
Oh, man. The university's really spread out. Wish we had that much room.
It's not Full Sail, though. They just had them board the buses at Full Sail. It was a central location.
What? Okay.
Because
this is a weird.
The PC doesn't have the parking lot space.
Oh,
so
got
Full
it.
Sail does. So you can park people at Full Sail, get them on the buses, and then just do the buses down to the PC.
That makes sense to me. Okay. Didn't understand what was going on there.
Well, either way, tonight we've got William Regal finding his replacement, I assume.
He's tired. It's bedlam.
If it's Joe, and Samoa Joe is apparently at NXT tonight, by the way. If it's Joe, there is some great, rich history that they can feed off of there. The iconic image of Joe driving by in a car, yelling at Regal, "Get better security!" Shit like that, perfect. Play on that.
Yeah, it's like it's a really good so he could come in one of two ways. He could just be a Regal replacement, like Regal could step down, or as like an enforcer. Either way works.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be interesting. We're going to see what Samoa Joe has to say tonight if he comes back. But Regal is going to probably close the show with whatever his announcement is. He's been the GM for 7 years now, so could be time. The man's old. He's tired, man. Raquel Gonzalez retains the NXT Women's title.
Yep.
Good match.
Yeah, pretty good.
Exactly what I expected. They made it look good. Ember did. And I guess Shotzi's next.
Yep. That'd be a good move.
Why not? Probably at the next takeover on July 7th.
And it prolongs things. I hate when they rush a breakup, so I like it.
Well, speaking of prolonging a breakup, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez team up tonight to take on the returning Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter. Woo. Don't know why.
Yeah, I don't care.
All right. R.I.P. Casey and Caden. Glad you came back. I hope you're wearing masks. Yeah. Reed, Bronson, and MSK. They retain the North American and NXT Tag Team Championships. Hot open. Good opening match. Shorter than I expected, and no surprises.
Yeah.
I like the image of Escobar holding that North American title. Despite what happens next, got squished. But it was still I like that image. I want him to win that North American Championship.
I think you're going to have to wait. I don't think he's going to take it from Bronson. I think someone else is going to fight him first.
So. Really? Who do you think?
I don't know. I was thinking maybe they push Swerve in because they were doing some of the work to say, like, we're coming for those titles. So, like, I feel like that might have been a blow off, but we'll see.
I still think Escobar is going to win the North American title. And
it feels so weird to drag it out. Like, he's had a couple of shots now. Like,
my feeling is they're going to start moving towards Legado del Fantasma having some gold, and then or bringing back gold, and then Hit Row and Legado del Fantasma turns in the process. Hit Row is the heel team in this whole 3-6 person whatever.
Yeah, and I feel like the opportune time was Sunday to just take them all at once, but like they're not going to do that because Bronson hasn't had the title that long. So yeah, I don't know. Just seems like a missed opportunity if they're going to go there.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out because tonight we've got some more tag team action. We've got Breezango, your favorite.
Yes, good.
They're going to take on Imperium.
They're going to lose to Imperium. Hooray, they're on the show.
They could do a role where Breezango gets the win and then Walter's pissed
Walter's
off.
going to beat the hell out of them if they lose to Breezango. Didn't they take the titles from Imperium? Who did Breezango beat to have the titles very briefly?
I think it was either them or it was Oni and Birch.
Yeah, I can't remember. Someone in the chat will tell us.
Someone in the chat will tell us. We also have a Tornado tag team match. I assume the winners of this match will get MSK in a couple of weeks. Grizzled young veterans are going to take on Tommy and Timmy. Little Timmy. Toothless Timmy. And Tommy.
They're going to throw some chairs. Yeah, stop it. Stop it. Why is everyone shitty?
GYV wins. I think Tommy and Timmy are going to win, but I really want to see GYV have a championship win. I do. Anything else from those two tag matches you want to talk about?
Tornado tag will be good. I think GYV might win that and then take the titles.
Really?
I think maybe, yeah. I think they're high on them.
I mean, the crowd's not exactly high on MSK.
That's what I'm saying. Which is they're wrong. I'll be clear about it many times. They're wrong. MSK is excellent, and you're all wrong. But whatever.
I like MSK.
They don't need the titles. They don't need them, so I don't care. Like they're that good. Eat it. Other humans.
Did we talk about this on SmackPack with the PWG tag titles? With MSK are still the Rascals are still the champions. Okay, good. Just making sure. If you haven't watched SmackPack, we've cured the issue or solved the issue of MSK defending the PWG tag titles. Just go back and watch SmackPack from this past week. It's very good. And then you can like this video. By the way, if you're here and you're live, toss us a like, subscribe to us. And by the way, we have a Discord server. Go over in the description of this video. There's a link to the Discord. Come and join us. We'll be talking about NXT. We talk about all the shows. Hang out with us. You know what else we're going to do? We're going to hang out with LA Knight with his $1 million title. Yeah. Because he defeated Cameron Grimes.
Going to be a comical video package. Hopefully 2.
Ooh, 2 of them. Yeah. I would like to see that.
Just a sad, rich Cameron Grimes in his mansion, weeping in the dark, drinking whiskey.
On a bearskin rug with a fire in the background. He's just upset.
Like just crying on the floor. Like... Just dressed up like the dude or something.
We're so old. That's such a dated reference. I love it.
Whatever.
As Grimes was leaving the CWC at TakeOver, they posted this on digital. He apologized to Ted DiBiase. Just said, "I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I couldn't win it for you."
So what are we doing? Are we going to have Grimes try to buy the title from LA Knight? Like, come on. Tonight we've got Ted DiBiase coming back for the $1 million title coronation of LA Knight. Yeah.
Is it really? Anyway. Is it really? Because the word coronation doesn't quite really fit unless there is a crown. But anyway.
Let me make sure they calling it. Yeah, no, don't miss it when $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase officially crowns LA Knight the new $1 million champion.
Yeah. I mean, it's in the philosophical sense, it is a core. It's stupid.
What wasn't stupid was Xia Li defeating Mercedes Martinez. Mm-hmm. Again, we weren't shocked. But what's next for Mercedes Martinez, who can't win a match in the big league? What are we gonna do? I mean, she got beat down post-match, right?
That means she's gone. Main roster, maybe. They need some women on there so that they can later release them.
Mei Ying, she arose from her chair.
I forgot about that. Mei Ying gonna get in the ring? She a wrestler? Karen Q, you said, is the person?
Yep. It's entirely possible. Almost inevitable, because Tian Sha, which is the tag team, the 3 of them, I guess, they could be the women's tag champs by the SummerSlam takeover.
See, the confusing thing for me is that the Mei Ying, is it?
Yes, that is her name, Mei Ying. Just call her Karen Q and you'll be fine.
Yeah, she, to me, has been made to look like she's 1,000 years old. So, I don't know. And then she was wearing the bug mask thing, so.
I wouldn't mind. I mean, Mercedes Martinez, on the other hand, someone who should probably be put up to the main roster by now.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just picturing Mei Ying in the ring moving like at a snail's pace, and it's another supernatural thing, which is not the right way to go.
I think they'll play it up as she's 1 million years old, but when she gets in the ring, suddenly she is a pesky, frisky 22, whatever.
If they give her a really good getup where she can like throw off like the old lady outfit, like a little transformation,
That's fine with me. Yeah, she didn't blow any metal into anyone's lungs.
One day.
She will again. She did it to Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter once upon a time.
Yeah, that's great.
And now they're back. They've cleared the metal from their lungs, and they're going to be in action tonight. Meanwhile, speaking of in action tonight, we have the Kushida Open Challenge for the Cruiserweight title.
Cool.
Listen, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Last time we did it, it ended up being Carmelo Hayes, who was known as Christian Casanova. I am 99.9% sure that the person who is going to answer the challenge is Trey Baxter, who is formerly known as Blake Christian, and he just rebranded himself, and he just put all the stuff on the internet. 99.9% sure it's going to be Trey Baxter, which will be a good match. If you've never seen Blake Christian before...
Does he have the side shaves like everyone else?
And they all do, but his thing is the Taco Bell thing.
What?
You'll see.
Okay.
And it'll be fun. I think it'll be a really good match. And Blake Christian, for those who don't know, is also Cora Jade's boyfriend. That's nice.
Okay, cool. Okay.
That's nice. In a dark match, which apparently some people saw. I have not seen it yet. Maybe it was on socials or on the NXT challenge, the NXT YouTube channel. Aaliyah and Jessie Kamea took on Saray and Zoe Stark. I knew this match happened. I knew that Saray and Stark won. I've seen GIFs of it going around. GIFs.
No, it's GIF. Oh,
I just wanted
sick
to see you.
bastard.
I just wanted to have you pop. Anyway, so what's more important isn't the match outcome. It's actually that afterwards, Frankie Monet approached Robert Stone as Aaliyah and Jessie were leaving the CWC and kind of like made fun of Robert Stone.
Okay.
Do you think there's room? Do you think Frankie can take Aaliyah and Jessie and make them her heaters?
Yeah, I think that would be a good place for her, and I think that she could elevate everyone involved there.
I would love to see that Mean Girls trio that they wanted to do with, who was it? It was going to be Chelsea Green, Santana Garrett, Vanessa Bourne. When they did it to the main roster, they wanted to do that. I want to see it with these three.
I think they'd be really good at it.
Jesse
I think it'd be great.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Let's do that. We'll see. Meanwhile, tonight, Io Shirai speaks for the first time since her return last week when Poppy came out and said, "I'm not a wrestler, but I know one."
I'm not a wrestler.
Thank you. I can't do that voice. She'll be confronting Candice LeRae, with whom she had like the best match last year at SummerSlam TakeOver 2 years ago. So I guess Io Shirai needs a partner, maybe, for Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell and the tag titles, maybe. I don't know.
Probably.
What are we going to do? What do we do with Io Shirai now? She's been everywhere.
Yeah. Call her up to the main ring.
Oh, please, no. That's the one thing I don't want.
I know.
We've gotten to the point where we're not even talking about the people that like are so popular in NXT that they need to move up. We're trying to get the people on the undercard to move up because we know what happens. Or it's like with Aaliyah, the reason why I'm saying bring her and Jessie up is because they have the look. And for Aaliyah, it's sink or swim because she's been in NXT forever.
Yeah.
It would just work. Jessie Kamea has the look, and she would probably learn a lot from being up there, especially if you bring them up with Frankie Monet. I'm into that.
And they also need women's tag teams right now. So,
oh boy, do they ever!
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about that segment, the low budget Glow reenactment.
Yeah. It was fine. I mean, again, who's hot? Who's not? Stories of our lives.
They're really going for the entire women's divisions based on who's hot and who's not.
It's their default state.
Absolutely maddening.
Yeah, it's not great.
What's not maddening?
You know what was good?
Oh, okay.
They get their names in retort. I thought that was a good retort.
Did you? Oh, we didn't talk about Drew and Bobby in the 6-man.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Way to note take.
I buried the lead. Not really.
Yeah,
Listen,
Drew told another long blood. He retold us fucking Braveheart for some stupid reason.
It's awful.
Big Willie Braveheart.
Oh, I don't understand it. Bobby, I said this immediately. This was part of my bullet points was if that becomes a 6-man tag, that's the strike. That was the strike. Because I knew.
Sure did. Viking Raiders and Drew McIntyre.
I
mean, it makes sense. Drew is regressing in time, it seems. So
very strange. So out come the Viking Raiders, and then it becomes a 6-man. I like that they at least kind of prolonged it, but
It took a little while. You got a little bit because they didn't want to give away all of Drew versus AJ. They want to keep that in case that happens. But
we're gonna give our picks on SmackPack for Hell in a Cell. I'm gonna give my picks with Sean Ross Sapp sometime this week over on Fightful. So there you go. I guess. Listen, there's not much else going on here. Tim, what are we doing here?
I don't know. I got a lot of day job stuff to do. So
there you go. We're gonna go watch NXT. We'll hang out in the Discord, do the thing. Go join us too. Tim, where can the kids find you on the internet?
Kids can find me at Timstone PTIMBSTONEP on Twitter. I yawned while I was doing it.
You fell asleep while you were doing that. Holy crap. At Tim and Joel Pod, we're awake. We're here for you. We're in the Discord. I'm at Joel Pearl, JOELPEARL. You can find me all over the place there, including Twitch. Let's get out of here. Let's go watch NXT. Ladies, gentlemen, friends beyond the binary, we'll see you for SmackPack on Sunday at noon. Good night.